In a statement, the UN chief reiterated his concern over the health and safety of President Bazoum and his family, and once again called for his immediate unconditional release and his reinstatement as head of state. The Secretary-General has expressed alarm over continuing reports about the arrest of several members of the ousted government and urgently called for their unconditional release and for the strict adherence to Niger's international human rights obligations. His views echoed by the United States, that continues to maintain a window of opportunity for a return to constitutional order, with Washington yet to formally label events in Niger a coup, which would require the immediate suspension of all U.S. economic and military assistance to the country.
With respect to President Bazoum, we are greatly worried about his health and his personal safety and the personal safety of his family. In all of the conversations Secretary Blinken has had with President Bazoum, inquiring about his safety has been one of the first things he has brought up. It is one of the reasons that Acting Deputy Secretary Nuland wanted to see him personally when she was in the country on Monday, and it's a matter that remains of concern to us.
This as ECOWAS heads of state meet in Nigeria to discuss next steps, and as the military junta in Niger declared a new government, including a new prime minister and 21 ministers, with the regional body appearing now to still favour diplomacy while announcing the deployment of its standby force to restore constitutional order in Niger. This comes as reports emerge that the Nigerian junta informed a top US diplomat that they would kill the deposed president if neighboring countries intervened militarily.
We are affirming our relentless commitment to democracy, human rights, and the well-being of the people of Niger. It is crucial that we prioritize diplomatic negotiations and dialogue as the bedrock of our approach. I'm confident that the second ECOWAS Extraordinary Summit today on the socio-political situation in Niger will be a defining moment in our journey towards a stronger, more resilient, and integrated West Africa. Let us seize this opportunity to make a lasting impact on the lives of our fellow Africans.
As the UN Security Council continues to defer to the regional processes after strongly condemning the unconstitutional change in government on July 26th.
We still recognize President Bazoum as the democratically elected president of Niger, and the conditions he is being held in right now are unacceptable. And we have called for his release along with the Secretary General as well as members of ECOWAS, who I understand will be meeting today on the situation there.
As diplomatic pressure, particularly through sanctions, appear to be the way forward, at least for now.
We continue to engage with our partners in the region. We continue to engage with other governments. The Secretary has discussed this a number of times with the French Foreign Minister. We continue to engage with civil society and NGOs in Niger to try and reverse and lead to a different outcome that restores constitutional order. We are considering a number of different policy options, but I wouldn't want to preview them from here at this point.
With juntas in Mali, Burkina Faso and Guinea warning against ECOWAS military intervention in Niger, the regional body is under pressure to temper its threat of military intervention, leaving diplomacy and sanctions as key alternatives. And with the coup leaders in Niamey giving little indication that they are prepared to back down, growing concerns that this latest coup in West Africa will become entrenched, further destabilizing the Sahel region, now caught in a tangled web of poverty and underdevelopment, and further complicated by a deadly militant insurgency in the region. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.